winning the Rumble. It's not the simple fact that I didn't have an issue with Jay winning the Rumble. It's just the simple fact like, damn, they actually did it. They actually gave the Royal Rumble to someone who hasn't won it before because like regular fans gonna complain like, damn if you do, damn if you don't, bro. Because like they'll say we want someone new to win the Royal Rumble, but then when someone new wins, like, oh, we didn't want him to win. But then when someone won it who won it before, they can be like, damn, he won it already. You should have gave the Royal Rumble win to someone else. So, because like people are already turning on Jey Uso now, but wrestling fans are just dumb. They don't let shit play out and they just complain. Triple H said it best in like his most recent interview that there's a lot of bitching and complaining on the internet.
Pretty much. I definitely agree.
Alrighty, so we're gonna move on to the main event. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. So I am going for I'm going for CM Punk to win this. And my gripes about this match is the simple fact that, yeah, they're not really fighting over anything that deserves for this to be the main event. It's just the simple fact that all these guys hold their weight in drawing power and star power. And I feel like it was just a way to get all three guys in the main event and to give CM Punk his main event that he never got at WrestleMania. But if I like they did a decent job getting us to care about it. We don't know. I mean, the favor is for CM Punk to be, Paul Heyman to be in CM Punk's corner, correct?
You said what?
The favor was that Paul Heyman will be in CM Punk's corner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. That was that the favor? Yeah. That was the favor. Yeah.
Okay. I think because like Roman Reigns had pushed Paul Heyman on Raw this past week, but it is a conundrum because like the Gunther versus Jey Uso match, you can argue should have went last, but at the same damn time, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, that is WrestleMania caliber. But at the same goddamn time, though, like what the fuck are they fighting for? But and also, like there have been plenty instances of matches that you felt like should have went on last, didn't go on last.
Yeah.
But so that's just my sour grapes about the match. But I am going for CM Punk. I mean, they did a great job telling the story of how much Seth Rollins hated CM Punk, which I felt like could have really been a match on his own accord simply because of like, all the I think they did a great job building up like for like a year, like like ever since CM Punk came back. Like Seth Rollins, yeah.
CM Punk at one time was one of my favorite wrestlers, and he still is always gonna have that spot for me where I'm always gonna fuck with him as one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
So I want him to win. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the situations to where I'm cool if either one of them win. Like I'm not upset at either one because I know whichever one wins, that a story there could be a story off of that. Now, out of all of them I want to win, I would say Punk. But I did see people come up with this theory saying, what if Seth Rollins turned into a Paul Heyman guy and won?
Yeah, cause I'm about to say like you expect any shenanigans from Paul Heyman, but I would, that would be shocking. I ain't gonna lie, that would be shocking.
And that would help him as a character also.
That would, because I don't know, like I feel like Seth at this point, Seth kind of deserved like he's going the route of turning heel and being like one of those villains. I mean, he already he turned babyface, but he's still like kind of sort.
He's a cleaner to me.
Yeah, let's say that. But like, I feel like you could tell the story to Seth Rollins turning heel because like he's been doing his best work, carrying the company on his back, and you got like part timers like CM Punk coming through, and that bad mouth the company for almost 10 years coming back and with all smiles as though nothing bad happened, and, and like he lost his world title and he just wants to be on the rampage, and also like he's taking accountability for turning on the Shield back in the day.
It was a post I seen earlier talk about how this match is gonna go. Oh yeah, I just found it. I was just looking for it. Someone said, preparing myself, Seth versus Roman versus Punk checklist. The first one says 10-minute stare down. The second one is announce table doesn't break. The third one, a field power bomb to Punk, which would be hard.
Yeah, that would be hard.
The fourth one is Seth hits Roman in the back with a chair.
Again,
more Shield callbacks. Seth offers to do the Shield fist with Roman, but gets rejected. This one had me laughing. Paul Heyman gets speared.
Hell nah.
And Roman hits Seth with a chair instead of trying to win.
That'd be crazy if all those happened in that match.
I feel like some of these will happen. I do feel like a Shield power bomb would probably happen. I do feel like we'll get some Shield callbacks.
Because apparently nothing but callbacks happened on Monday.
And I've seen people have this debate saying with Dean Ambrose, they're saying that
BBC
how WWE is, yeah, like they say they're not acknowledging him. Like they're acting like the Shield is only what was only ever Roman and Seth. But there was also saying like the other side were saying that, well, that's also because when Moxley was in WWE and he was Dean Ambrose, out of the whole, like once they split up, Dean Ambrose character was the one that kind of got left behind versus Seth and Roman.
Uh,
But also at the same time, that was big dog Roman time.
that was like forced down our throats. No, it was crazy because like one year we wanted Roman Reigns to win the Royal Rumble because we didn't want Batista to win, and then the next year we didn't want Roman Reigns to win. We wanted, I think, Daniel Bryan to win. We wanted to win that year. I can't remember.
I think it was Daniel Bryan, but it's always feel like you mentioned like we just didn't want Batista to win because it's like I feel like that was more so like a damn if you do, damn if you don't. But it's just like, hey, we're just gonna go with this guy, you know. But the next year it was like, no, we know we want this nigga to win.
No, actually, it was crazy though with Roman Reigns because like that nigga was getting booed the shit out of, and like I think he got jumped after the match, and then The Rock came down to help him. Still got booed. The Rock was,
and it's like so. Sad topic. How would you feel about Roman's career then? Because I've seen people make this argument saying that Roman's career ain't that great of a career when you think about it, because they're saying most of his career he was not liked. They were saying like Roman didn't really become the likable wrestler that we actually fuck with until like 2020. So they were saying everything before 2020, most people do not give a fuck about.
okay, so all right, so that was the Shield, which we all appreciate, and then after the Shield broke up, he was like, like slowly like getting his wings and stuff. And then like, the big dog era where he was getting pushed down our throats. Then there was like the brief shield reunion, and then he got cancer, and then he came back. Then he was on SmackDown. He was like, like nobody was about to boo the shit out of him after he just recovered from cancer and shit like that.
Yeah.
So like he was on neutral territory when he was like that era, the big dog. And then when he like the COVID happened, shut everything down. He took a chill pill. He sat down. Came back with some shiny teeth in him, and some chisel abs, and then like you see him linking up with Paul Heyman. I'm like, oh, what the fuck they got going on? So and it was just a slow burn for excuse me. It was just a slow burn for like because they did the right thing turning him heel. So like, that was just a slow burn because like it helps with his person, like a new change of character. Because like honestly, I wanted Roman Reigns to turn heel years ago. But yeah. So like it was like a slow burn until like we acknowledge our tribal chief. But no, it just be real though. The his entire title reign was not all sunshines and rainbows. WWE is gonna paint that way years down the line, but it was not sunshine and rainbows. Like there was some horrible stuff with it. But I will say though, like the bloodline is one of the catalysts to why the storyline itself is one of the initial catalyst to why WWE is doing so great right now.
I agree because it's this podcast I watch with these two brothers, and they don't really watch WWE like that. So I think like last year, like after WrestleMania, one of them on the podcast said they turned it on because they just seen it was on and shit, and they were confused what was going on and shit. It was funny because he said he was watching it with his wife, and he said that his wife was sitting there, like not paying attention to anything. But when Roman Reigns came out, she was like, "Who's that?" So he was like, he knew, "Oh, you like that nigga, huh?" But recently,
My girlfriend has the hearts for Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre.
no homo, Roman Reigns. I see why women like him.
Pause. Big pause. Little two pause.
So like I forgot. I think it was. In fact, yeah, it was elimination when, not elimination chamber. Yeah, it was elimination when John Cena turned heel. Yeah, I guess he would like everybody, even if you wasn't ever still watching WWE, everybody knew about that because I always laugh at how all of us wrestling fans were like, we were messaging people and telling people that we know don't even watch this shit. Like, yo, seal.
Y'all niggas do not watch this shit, bro. During the dark days, I was calling that shit corny and fake. Get the fuck out of my fan doing that bullshit.
But it was just funny because like once he seen that, I remember he put on Twitter like, "Yo, I'm trying to get back into WWE. Like, where do I start?" And everybody kept recommending him, if you really want to get into this shit fast, watch the Bloodline series. That will get you full into it, and that's exactly what he did. And it was just like crazy just seeing somebody become a fan again. Because I was just seeing him on Twitter like, bro, this nigga Roman is really being manipulative right now. Instead, I'm like, oh, okay, like yeah, you into this shit now.
But so who you got winning this matchup, good sir?
I'm gonna say Punk.
All right, Punk it is.
And I'm glad, and I'm glad Punk is getting his main event because it's been deserved. I'm not gonna lie. Cause they did try him back. They did try him back there. They did. So
Yeah, because he should have main evented when he was the WWE champion.
yeah, like
Yeah.
they did try him. So
I mean, like I hope next year that he has like a true main event at WrestleMania, like with like a world title on the line. If he can stay healthy, I mean he's been doing good so far. Like not being like on the injury as far as I know. So hopefully next year, like he'll be. I wonder how they're gonna do it because the Royal Rumble's gonna be in Saudi Arabia. I'm not saying that he's gonna be like the winner of the Royal Rumble, but like I'm pretty sure he's gonna take a chill pill in the Royal Rumble when he's gonna be in Saudi Arabia because he does not like when WWE's in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
All right, any closing statements before we get on tonight too, good sir?
Nope.
All righty, this concludes night one of WrestleMania 41. If you enjoyed this video, stay to the end. Make sure you like and subscribe, and also hit that link for part 2. Stay tuned, stay lit, and stay with me. Peace.